Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Okay, well, once people get on here. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable, was it? It's Stanley Parable. Last we took off, we were gonna go up and down in an elevator, but it wouldn't let me go back down. But it's wanting me to set the time again. I thought I did that, but I guess it's wanting to, so... 7. We'll go 7:40. Confirm. Alrighty. Before I get into this, hang on. What? Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They'll just leave it at the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. Yeah. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game, and see the screen, you just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. What was that? Before I get into the video, look at this. I got like a...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It says remarkable on it. It's a class ring that I got. Also, I was fixing food and I burnt myself. It's probably not going to show it, but I burnt myself right there and it hurts. Just stop. Okay, it was click. So, okay, so it's not going to... Welcome back. Okay, I guess it didn't save. I'll keep on turning off all the Chromebooks like I did last time. Or not Chromebooks, desktops.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I feel like that's doing something. It wouldn't let me do that unless it meant something. Obviously. Oh, it's still locked, yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of two,
We're gonna do everything that it tells me to do this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might come into a staircase.
He might come into a staircase.
To his boss's office.
Do you remember what happened last time? What? Right? It's not 485.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
By sheer luck, you say? Okay. I'm kind of curious if you guys can hear me, because last time you couldn't.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Bro,
What
what?
is this now? And for years, it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually eventually got back into the elevator and went back up. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office?
Well, how do you know?
That's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll let me go back down this time. Why does it keep on turning me? They're not even working anymore.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling.
What was it?
An incisive rapid fire of
Okay, good.
one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of
3, 2,
uncompromising
4,
narrative.
5.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I haven't been listening to him at all. Are there subtitles? Hold on. Settings. There's subtitles. I want to turn subtitles on. It wouldn't be controls. I'll keep it. Okay. Okay, so I guess it just saves it. Okay, I can go back down now. Well, that's good.
Incredible. Now he's going back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I keep on doing it.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there.
Neither.
Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
He's such a jerk.
The boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
What is going on?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
No, don't do this. This is...
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
You sure?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I feel like something is gonna happen, but I don't know. I just have a stronger feeling than it would be in the broom closet.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Yep, and then we're gonna go back up.
Not anticipated.
Do it.
I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
This just made it. That seems slower this time. Going back up. I might just end up making you so mad. Oh, he didn't talk this time.
You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Hold on. Hold on, everyone. I'm back.
There we go.
Oh,
Isn't this so much more exciting?
you
Seems
troll.
like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want
You
big, explosive
absolute
moments
troll.
right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you. So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
You mean like 5 minutes ago when I first pressed the elevator button?
If you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
It's not.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here.
It's not letting me go back. It's not even letting me go to the door. Our world's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. How we did it. The pyramids. Live the guy who went to Mars. Elon Musk. Live on stage. Stanley. All eyes on. Eyes on Stanley. Live on stage. What is going on? An evening with world peace, baby. Wait.
Yes, here it is.
Was that like a Minecraft? Can I go? No. Stanley Parable, Stanley. Tonight live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from the Stanley Parable. Tonight live on stage. Okay. I'm kind of curious what's that way. Is that doing great? A conversation with Alexander the Great. It's a stage. Stanley, Roger, almonds, chair, gum, table, nut bar.
Surprise in storytelling, and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Remember where you came from. Whoa, what's down there? The dude who came up with pizza. So it's like the origin stories of a whole bunch of people. Featured keynote speaker, the Lord. Meet and greet. Whoa, I can't go back. Okay. Can I go off? I can't. What is going on? Down and up, then down and up, then down and up, then... Oh, let me make it to the front. Let me make it to the front. Hello. Oh, I was reading. Hey. Can I turn this off? Okay. So I can't.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why are you doing this? Just work. I mean, like, it's working, but...
When Stanley came to assess two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What just happened, though?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I would have never expected that.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So apparently there are like several different endings to this game. Maybe I could get all.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
What
was
was it?
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm not gonna do the whole up and down thing again. I'm a genius for inventing that, but... Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta do this to me? It says escape and then it says mind control facility. I don't want my mind controlled. I feel like it already is in the game. I do want to escape, but I don't trust that sign. I'm gonna go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Said it would lead to death. Hey.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
What? Oh, don't do that. Makes me actually think I'm about to die. Whoa! What is going on?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Whoa! Whoa!
his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Whoa!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. and so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What? What? No! Let me out! Oh!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh! Whoa. What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is going on? What? What is happening? I am so
When
confused.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Yeah, the corridor, the pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. And then there's the two doors. Wow. The two doors. The set of two open doors was very concrete pieces of Stanley's terrible design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. Exploration of the contradiction this room posed. I can turn these off. Okay, hold on. Can I turn anything else off? Is there like, okay, that's not. Okay. Button sounds like the. Crap. The office. Maintenance room. Where's that at? Warzone. Hold on. I had accidentally created a group chat that I didn't mean to create, and I was getting spammed by my friends. And so I deleted the group chat. Everyone's off of it now. Everything's cool. Let's get back. Narrator emails after the social trailer we sent out, which says, "Are you a rock?" That's so random. Why is there 3 of them? From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. First was created in November. Oh, I do see a difference. Okay. First was... I guess I just stuck with that one for this game. This one came out this year. Game design mock. Okay. I'm just like... What is the end of it? They are, especially when you add people who just keep on spamming it. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in their monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the 2 endings together instead. What? Okay, I'm gonna go... Crap, I'm giving too many options here. I don't like it. Why is it swinging? I need to I need to stay on track here. Well, there is no track. I'm like entirely lost. The freak. What is that noise? Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. I can't pull these. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're texting again. They got me back into it. I began the game from the beginning. No, they're not. They're not. I accidentally hit... Bro, they're back again. Okay, bye. Bye! Stop texting me. That's been like the 20th time I've deleted that chat. They just... Oh god. They just keep on killing me. Okay. Oh man, I gotta do all this again. I'm turning off the computers because I feel like if I turn all computers off, it will give me like an ending or something. Awaiting input. Whoa, 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 whoa. Input receipt. Does that mean something? There was already another one put in there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, you can't be talking about the chat on here. I had accidentally created it trying to send videos. It was an entire accident. I thought it would send it individually, but it created an entire group chat. I'm sorry. Just stop texting the group chat.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Oh yeah, the last video I went downstairs and it was like a backrooms version of a car parking lot basically, Ended up fading to black and everything.
The moment he
Wasn't
entered
it
his manager's office, Stanley froze
2485?
in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone?
No.
This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
What?
When at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not.
What is going on?
His keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past. It had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible, to yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
So yet incredibly.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We're doing this again. Sorry about last time. That last thing was so confusing. I don't even know what happened. So I went down the escape. I'm not going to go down the escape, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to go on forever. For that, so I'm going to go into my control facility.
The large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm still so tempted to go back. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Apparently. Got nowhere else to go. Lights, camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Action.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's, what was it, 427? Or something? Come on, where's 4? Yeah, employee number 427, let's see. Those are cameras. Okay, I thought they were like embedded in the mines. So lights, camera, action.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Holy
Was
crap.
this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh man. What's going on?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
There it is. Bro, stop texting. Hold on. I'm so sorry. They keep on texting in group chat. I told him to stop it. They're like, bye. It's like,
He knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I have an option here. I could turn it on, or I could turn it off. It's not that hard to get back to this place. I'd turn it.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Oh, come on, turn it off.
You're supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story
That's what I did.
back, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Wait, whoa, what?
This machine is activated without proper DNA identification.
What?
Nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Get out!
Long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Are you?
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one
2.
is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Oh, crap.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then die alone.
Are you serious? What? Oh, gosh. Come on, let me jump. So I can jump over the railings and leave.
Or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather...
Oh, come on.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I must hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
I think I do.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every...
Where's number 4?
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video...
Because I'm an idiot.
One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh.
Stanley.
Okay, I thought I was dead.
Disappointment.
Oh, come on.
Here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Come on, where is number 4?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will
Come
you
on.
go peacefully? Another choice.
Nope. 5. Come on, I got this. I can do this.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life.
Oh, what?
Until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay, maybe it took too long. I think I have to put those in order. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room, Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's gone. There's a computer that's not there this
Stanley
time.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have.
As Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I do exactly what he wants me to do.
Yet there was another
Maybe I'll get
single
like
person here.
the canon ending or something.
Feeling
Maybe.
with his disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Don't give me some long speech of how dreaded Stanley was. See bookshelves.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known it. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I turn it off this time instead of turning it on. Oh, that's not what I expected at all. Whenever that happened.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay,
This
what this about that?
mind-controlled facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the
Okay, what if I do it now?
controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, it wouldn't matter. It ain't gonna let me up there anyways. Okay, I thought I could do something. Maybe it would open up like a secret door or something, but it's not letting me get to button number 4. So I can't even do it. No, no.
And when at last he found the source,
I'm just turn it. I'm just turning it off this time. See what happened.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
But whenever I try to solve them, you get mad at me.
Gone. How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
It kind of does.
Not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
It's like it just stops
No
existing.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I can't
The
move.
feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What? Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Okay, you guys can't see it on there, but I just got like an achievement. Okay. Kind of curious how many endings there are.
Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
There's more doors. Okay, if I can make it through this door, that's all I need. That wasn't there before, was it? Or am I just going crazy?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Probably means new content. Whoa, whoa! What are we doing? What would happen if you turned it on and defeated it? I don't know if there is a way to defeat it, honestly. I might be able to press those buttons in order whenever the bomb is detonating.
Thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
The original is available on here. It's like $13.
Exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I don't know. I don't feel right about this. Something doesn't feel
Please,
good.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here?
Is it trapped?
Should
Am I
we-
trapped?
Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Dude. You can't. The jump circle?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Just. Is this unlocking the jump? I have no more jumps. What?
Is that it?
I hope
Sure,
not.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Okay, let's see.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. I could count to 30 trillion. I could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Are you serious?
Started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to flame these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Twitter?
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Okay.
What do you say, friend?
Don't sound like a bad idea. Well, I guess I didn't have a choice. That's actually it's actually kind of crazy. What happened? What's going on?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dog anyway, so who cares?
No, I'll go. Jeez.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
What if I go back? What if I... What if I go back? He's okay. Okay. He's probably just like why? There's bye. Thanks for watching. Keep on streaming.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Oh my god, do you remember that ending from like the last video? There was like that female who ended up seeing Stanley dead on the sidewalk. It's so dumb.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like the stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. That might be open later. Person of the year, that looks like Stanley.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Whoa. Hey. Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Good God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these.
Place where I got this game
I
from.
can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Funny. That's so good. Funny.
Profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
It's so good. I'm funny.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Sorry.
Well, the idea for the game is good. For some of the first non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
It's like Irish or like, you know, like,
It's actually quite shocking for me.
like British. They're not British, he's like from like England.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get
I'm funny. I can't get over that.
But maybe it wasn't. Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
There's so many reviews. There was like 3 that were nice, and then all of these are just.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice.
Let's keep on doing it.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I'm gonna keep on pressing it.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
He's not even talking anymore. Is he dead? Stop it with that.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan, they scream, they gnash their teeth.
He's not talking anymore. This is taking a... Oh, it's leaking. Whoa. What is going on? A futuristic city. Just silence. What? Oh. Does it still work? Whoa. I can't, okay. What is going on? Was that it? Was that an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You...
Oh, good. You noticed my slide. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. I gotta go. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. That was definitely a lot to take in.